What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a game. Let's go ahead and let's do Distillery, because I know that a lot of people have issues with Distillery as a monster. And welcome, Tent. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and choose a normal lineup. Basically, what I want you to do is I want you to try and follow Daisy as your primary tracker. So no Bucket or Cabot at this point. Basically, the big thing I'm trying to do is to show how Daisy gets juked. And I have a couple of videos, but they're not very good because right off the bat, they start using Bucket's UAV, and that kind of defeats the purpose of the video. So the goal of the game is to kind of engage me like you normally would, but mostly trying to rely on tracking through Daisy. Once you do find me, try and dome me, and once you dome me, we'll just go ahead and like sit there for a few seconds so I can do a little bit of explaining on the video, and then take the dome down, wait about 5 seconds, or you know what, actually just treat it like a normal dome and we'll go from there.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, so for those of you tuning in, we've got a team lineup for the coaching session after this, as well as a monster. But right now they're in another game, so it's going to be about another 15 minutes or so. While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and make another Daisy video. I do have a couple uploaded on YouTube, but I don't feel that they're very good examples, and so as such I want to show kind of more the mechanics of how Daisy works as opposed to anything else. So in this video, the goal of them is to dome me. Once they dome me, they'll take the dome down and we'll continue a little rat race and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a monster. I'm not sure which monster. In fact, people in chat, if you want to pick a monster. I think I might do a Goliath or a Wraith, just because they're kind of easier to show off. Goliath? Okay, I'll do Goliath. Okay. Let's do the default. Okay, so I'm going to pretend like this is a normal build. So my normal build, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 Fire Breath and 2 in Leap Smash, just because that's usually the build that I use for when I go farming, and I'm not sure what the hunter team is. So right now, let's go ahead and do movement speed. That's right. I do like the damage bonus, but it's funny. 5% difference makes such a huge difference. It's crazy. Let's try movement speed. Okay. Or Behemoth. Oh, now everyone says Behemoth. I'll try and do a Behemoth video some other time. I'm going to try and actually get 2 or 3 videos and then splice it together instead of just do a non-stop video. So this is my video on how to juke Daisy. So the biggest thing to know about Daisy is that she follows the highest valued footprints, whether they're loud or quiet. And how that works is whenever you make footprints, like right now I'm making footprints right behind me, those are assigned a value. I'm just going to pull a random number out of my butt and say that it's 500 points. Once the footprint is made, it slowly starts decreasing. So it goes 499, 498, and so on and so forth. The moment you start crouching, however, is the time when footprints are made, but their value is a lot less starting off. So let's say that there may be 300 points. They're also decreasing at the same rate as the others. So basically how Juking Daisy works is she'll go towards the loud footprints first before sneaking ones. And so the best way to juke Daisy is usually within a range of about 50 to 70 meters. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a lot of footprints right there and then try and skirt over here. So Daisy is going to go that way towards my footprints. Okay, so I see her smelling, so that means she's going after my sneaky prints, but notice how she's over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more footprints over here so that they can actually hear. And then I'm going to go ahead. Actually, that was bad. So now Daisy should be going the other direction. Ew. Peekaboo. So notice how Daisy didn't immediately snail mail me out because I didn't have any high value footprints right afterwards. So let me go ahead and get a little bit more meat and get the next setup going where I can go ahead and start Okay, so there comes Daisy. So I'm going to try and juke Daisy around this building in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and lead some footprints towards here. So notice I'm putting lots of loud footprints here. So now that I see her, once I see that she's taken my footprints, then I want to go back the other way. So notice she's still going towards my loud footprints. And I will just run away this way. Ooh, look at all that food. Thank you, hunters. In a video about Juking Daisy, I'm going to be eating your kind. Thank you. So again, loud footprints. And I'm going to slip away over here. So let me put a couple more loud footprints here. Not right now, Aiden. So notice she's got my smelling. She's smelling right now. So then I'm just going to go ahead. This is kind of a bad position just because they themselves can see me. But then I go and just jump away. And that's kind of the more or less how the basics of Juking Daisy works. It's usually within about a 40 to a 60 meter range. And a lot of hunters that really rely on Daisy can easily get fooled many times over. And they know specifically that I'm trying to juke Daisy, and so they are aware of that, and you're still able to go ahead and juke Daisy pretty easily. So we're going to go ahead and... I'm debating about if I should evolve to get my next skill. Because I'm going to... Well, okay, I'm not really playing like this is a real game anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start leaving some really loud footprints here. Let's see where they are. And once they get within smell range, that's when you make the decision on where to go. So right now I can go through the building, or up there, up and over, or back towards the beach. So I hear them in the distance. Oh, there they go. So that was unfortunate on my part. I moved out of the way. I thought that they were going in the wrong direction somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and juke her up in this little cavern area. Okay, so again, I'm going to be leaving some loud footprints. So Daisy's got my footprints going, and I'm just going to sneak out the back. In fact, I can probably go ahead and sneak all the way through, like this, and kind of put them on a goose chase. So I'm going to go ahead and evolve real quick, just pretending like it's kind of like an actual game. Although I probably spent way too much time killing these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and evolve here. They might be able to dome me here just because I didn't really do a great runaway because they were kind of on my tail to begin with. But I can just go down the beach if I do try and get domed. Oh, is that a Maggie or is that a... So it looked, that was an interesting bug. So you actually saw the dome deployment, not the actual dome going down. So that was not me going through it. That was just when you first pull out the dome, sometimes you get a visual bug where you can actually see where the dome goes. So here are some more loud birds. So let's go ahead and let's dome her over here. So again, I'm going to leave some loud footprints here. And then I'm going to go... Why is this not working? Somebody's apparently connecting me. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's try setting up near that building again. Or actually, you know what? This little alley is actually pretty fun. So again, lots of footprints. I'm going to put some footprints here. Wait, Aiden, not right now. Oh, they went the other way. Peekaboo! So at that point, I probably could have taken the one solo guy. But yeah, hopefully that this kind of explains a little bit better on how to juke Daisy. I've made a couple of them. I'm not sure. I think I heard a dome get taken down. So I think they tried to dome me there and missed. But as you can kind of see, Daisy's not kind of without her faults. Once you kind of know how she works, I find Daisy is best as a combat reser and somebody who is really hard for a dome to take down when playing defensively, as opposed to finding you. I find that her finding skills are very, very easily abusable because it's an AI, and any kind of AI generally has lots of issues with balance, in my opinion. I'm eating the poop. Okay, so let me go ahead. She should be coming into caves. So I'm leaving lots of footprints. Although I don't know where they are. I'm not seeing them back there. Okay, there they are. So they see me back there. So Daisy's going after those loud footprints. And then I will just sneak this direction. A lot of times you can actually just kind of have them chase their tail, so to speak. And so right now, if I was actually playing, I would just go after this person like right here. Peekaboo. And I probably could have downed that person at a stage 2 relatively easily before the rest of their team got there. And that's what you really hard as Daisy. So Daisy, if you're splitting up, it's really easy to avoid the dome as it is. But without Daisy, it's hard to land a dome, but it's a sticky dome. And so once you know how Maggie kind of works, especially Daisy, I find that she's actually not really that scary. And while I feel that she's still a good trapper, like I think all the trappers are really, really, really well balanced, all things considered. I find that Maggie's nowhere near as bad. Some people are, deathly afraid of her, but there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just all mechanics and knowledge. That being the case, you can kind of lose Daisy going through water. I've talked to the devs, and they say that you don't leave any footprints in the water, but I don't find that to be true because I still feel like Daisy can get a smell, but I'm not sure how it works. And so I'm thinking it's just a really low number, so that let's say 500 points for a loud footprint to 300 for a quiet sneaking footprint, and then water would be like a 50, but it goes down really slow. And I think that there'll always be a value. I don't think there can ever not have a valued footprint. And so as such, so right now I kind of wad through all the water, but I feel that Daisy should still be able to go ahead.
Did he break Daisy?
So these are probably going to get carrion birds, yeah, because I haven't been found in a while. So if I'm lucky, I can find some more birds over here and then go back the way I came. So I know that Daisy's nowhere nearby, and as such, this is probably not a very good juke. Oh, they're way over there. Yoink. Surprise! And so that would have been an actually, very easy strike. I probably could have gotten a very, very easy strike on Zalzin. And that's kind of what you do against Daisy as a trapper, is that it forces the hunters to kind of stick together. And if not, it's really easy to kind of peel them off because Daisy has such a hard time trying to get a dome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I'm walking over here. Oh, I lost some armor. Let's go eat. And then go in here. I don't think they saw that, so I'm going to go ahead and sneak out through the other side. So now a good split would actually have 2 people going inside the building. But as you can see, Daisy's going the other way, and you just go out behind. No, Daisy! You're so close! So that's pretty much Daisy in a nutshell. So let me go ahead and evolve to stage 3 and then go finish these guys off, because I'm sure that they're, sick of trying to chase after me. It's kind of interesting. I really recommend, if you have a team to play with, I really recommend trying to play against a team and just working on this a few games. You kind of get a very interesting kind of map awareness of where Daisy can and can't go, and all the different kind of things associated with that. And it's kind of a lot of fun, in my opinion. It's kind of like a fun little interesting game of tag. Let's see how close they are. So they might dome me here, just because I think that they're a little close, especially with Sunny. So now they're going to be out after my loud trap prints over there, and I am free to go over here. Oh no. Nom 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 nom. But yeah, that's kind of how you juke Daisy. I'm gonna try and splice a few of these videos together to get a, like kind of a montage going. I'm going from there. So I'm not sure. I think they might be just at the relay right now, possibly. No. Okay, so loud footprints.
He's just making this personal. He's telling every time I'm outside, he comes in my ass.
Okay, time to finish the job. Go ahead and let him know we can go ahead and fight now, because it's over.
Alright, we can go ahead and kill him. Excuse me. What the hell was that for? I was pretty fast.
Yes, you're so full of truth. Who's left? I saw somebody run this way. I think it's Daisy. Or Maggie. I always call the two. Maybe. I don't see any footprints, though. Oh, well. Off to the... Stupid. I hate Maggie traps so much. I wish I knew who was still up. I think it's... I don't think it's the medic. It's not these... Okay, so it is the trapper. So I'm just looking for Maggie off in the distance. I think she's going to be coming from that direction. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll just destroy the relay. I need the achievements anyway. So that's Daisy. Daisy Juke in a nutshell. Nutshell. So that's how you confused the hell out of Daisy.
I particularly appreciated the time where Daisy actually just stopped and stared at me.
It's funny, too, because if you do this enough, the team will actually think that the AI is broken and not even use her, so then you don't even have to worry about trying to be sneaky.
He sat there, I'm like, did he break Daisy? He broke
It's
the
dog.
Yeah, really.
It just sat there. It gave up.
I really appreciate that. I'm trying to make a good video, and I have a couple online, but they're not very good. So I'm going to probably do this maybe 1 or 2 more times in the future, and eventually just kind of push them all together. I'd love if the app was working, so I can show the overhead view as well. But what I might do is I might have somebody that I know stream the overhead view while I am streaming, and then I can just kind of put the two next to each other, so I can kind of put arrows to show this is why I went this way, and this is how this is where your loud prints are, and this is how you get rid of Daisy. But either way, thank you very much for that, and I'm going to go ahead and get the other group. Tentative, go ahead and stay in. I'm going to see if Killer's team is ready.